be exactly our 2-year hit anniversary.
Wow. So he missed it by a week.
Missed it by a week. And I'm not sure, Deanna's coming in. I am not sure when we're going to start it in the morning show. If it's not next week, it's going to be the week after. We're going to start putting the hangouts into the Fox show.
According to the video that Cam sent, it looks like they're starting it in Los Angeles.
There's D.
Who's starting what in Los Angeles?
Didn't Kempton show me a video, and they got some lady announcing that they're going to be doing the same thing on Fox in Los Angeles?
Oh, Steve, we've been doing that thing for Fox LA for years.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Friday.
Nothing new about that.
Yeah, it's not
a very different format.
It's not live on the air.
Yeah, it's just on Google Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna have to reach out to Maria and see if she doesn't want me to maybe just say, hey, and in case you're wondering if you're in Google Plus, our sister station in LA is doing an interview with blah blah blah. Try to get more people in. I don't know if that's gonna.
Well, the thing is, they're not doing it every day anymore because of how crazy busy they are.
Yeah, and the schedule is very packed. Yeah.
Yeah, Maria tries to make sure that there's at least one every Friday, but they don't do them every day.
And they used to though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not anymore.
Are they a sister station because they're a Fox station, or are you guys have the same owners?
No. Truly, they're not what you would say a sister station because we're not owned by the same, but it would be affiliate of.
Same affiliate.
A fellow Fox.
Yeah, affiliate. Our sister affiliate, I guess, would be the term.
Our distant cousin on our mother's side, twice removed.
Right.
To do a program like this is very difficult because if you just open it up to the public, man, you're going to get some weird stuff coming in.
Yeah.
So they can figure out how to filter this and just get people who are not, let's say, showing up naked on screen.
Yeah.
Right.
Haven't had it happen yet.
Look how weird it's gotten already. With these people.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy.
Intense fate.
You don't have to go for it.
Too sexy for my.
We got him going.
This is the last episode. I gotta do something.
What I am excited about, though, is that we're trying to get our local station, the X. Do you listen to the X at all, Dee?
Wait, say it again?
The X with Milena, and have you listened to the X at all? It's like alternative rock.
Nah, I do not listen to radio ever.
Okay, so we're trying to potentially work on getting them in. So what we'll be able to do is have set up a hangout there with their artists, their bands that come in, and do hangouts with them, which I think would be a nice little addition.
Oh, that'd be good.
Came in the other day to chat with us about that.
Cool.
So that'd be nice.
Don't cry.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Your mama in the real world.
Some radio stations do capture the
I
interview
don't. I think it's Judge Judy.
and post it on YouTube. It's quite
I'm warning
good.
everyone, I have not had
it's
any
good
coffee today at all because I've got blood work to do, right after the show. So I've not been able to drink my coffee, and I've not been able to eat in the last 12 hours.
No, fasting glucose are the worst.
You're
I feel bad.
Wow, Deanna.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
I can't handle that. I hate when I have to do blood work and you have to fast before, especially I had to take a glucose test where I had to fast for 12 hours. Yeah.
No, I'm going to tell you the best part in the first break because we don't have time right now, but it gets better.
Okay.
I'll be black. It's okay.
Okay.
My lower third still isn't working, so this.
But everything else is good, Paul?
Come on, Deanna. You know our lower third's never going to work again.
Apparently, normally it's like when it don't work, I can just, F5 it and then it'll work.
Stand by, you guys.
But today just ain't been the day for it.
And I.
YouTubers, are you ready? This is the last KRNV News 4 forum ever. The finale. This is it. Here we go.
Dang it.
What What was that?
There you go. That is, wait, welcome to the News 404, the show we don't just watch. Hey, we're asking you to join in. We're talking about hot stories, trending topics, viral videos, the next generation of a letter to the editor. By the way, after 2 years of this show, today is our last show. Don't fear, you can still get into a Google Plus Hangout. We'll tell you how, when, and where coming up later in the show. Let's go ahead and get started, though, starting off with a look at what is trending online. Locally, the most read story on MyNews4.com is arrest made for ignition of King Fire. 37-year-old Wayne Allen Huntsman is now being held on a $10 million bail. He's been taken into custody on suspicion of arson. The King Fire has consumed more than 76,000 acres, and as of right now, it is just 10% contained. Nationally on CNN.com, the most read story this morning is 6 grandchildren, daughter killed in Florida murder-suicide. Horrible story. According to CNN, police identified the gunman as Don Spirit. They say he killed his daughter and her 6 children before killing himself. The sheriff told reporters that the children, 3 boys and 3 girls, ranged in ages from 3 months to 11 years old. On FoxNews.com, the most read story this morning is at least 8 Ebola aid workers reportedly killed in cold blood by villagers in Guinea. According to FoxNews.com, the victims were reportedly murdered and dumped in a latrine. The deaths are believed to be the first resulting from resistance to international efforts to curb the Ebola outbreak that has claimed more than 2,000 lives in West Africa. And trending on Twitter once again this morning is Scotland. Scots voted yesterday to remain a part of the United Kingdom in a 55% to 45% vote. That was close, against independence, preventing the end to a 307-year union with England. Scots chief counting officer announced the final results in the capital, Edinburgh, this morning. All right, now on to our viewer voice segment where we ask you, the viewer, to chat with us about some of the trending topics of the day. You can find these topics on our Facebook page about 9 o'clock in the morning. We'd love to have you live on air with us. Can't do it next week, but we'll tell you where you can do it coming up again later in the show. All right, our first topic, 44 states have banned texting while driving, and enforcing the law may have gotten even easier for law enforcement. According to theblaze.com, a Virginia-based company is developing a detection gun that can tell if a person in the vehicle is texting. The device picks up on radio frequencies that come from a cell phone being used inside the car. The text detecting gun is close to production, but still needs to gain some legal approval, and the company working to develop the device is still working on a way to find who in a vehicle might be texting. That's a big part of it, right? If there is more than one person in the car, could be an issue. Well, the Federal Communications Commission pointed out that research has found that texting while driving increases a crash risk by 23% compared to a situation where a driver is not distracted. So we're asking your Google Plus group, what do you think about this story? Too little, too late, too much iffiness, if you will, in regards to who it is that is texting in the car? Or, hey, it's a good start. At least we start somewhere. Glenn, starting off with you on this one.
That's true. You don't know who in the car is actually texting if there's more than one person, but I got a better idea. Anytime someone gets into a wreck and they were texting while driving, I would like the officer to notify the insurance company. That's a lifetime fine right there. That ought to fix it.
I wonder if they're looking into who caused the crash. Don't they know? Wouldn't they know if whether or not the police report said she was texting or distracted driving? Kempton, your thoughts on this one? Going too far, by the way. Do you have an issue with this gun being able to tell whether or not your phone is on and your phone is texting?
Well, yeah. First, usually I don't like speeding tickets, but I have to defend. I have to like this. If they can scientifically actually do this, yeah, fine. But if there are more than one people in the car, I think they can really nail the driver.
Mike, you have a problem with this?
I have a big problem with this because you can text hands-free. And so this gun's not going to tell you, even if you're in the car by yourself, you might be texting hands-free. And even if you're in a wreck and there's evidence you texted, you might have done it hands-free. So Glenn's solution is out the door, too. I don't like this at all.
Kim, what do you think? I wonder, too, if the question is, does that same frequency go out if you're receiving a text? Obviously, you don't have your hands on it, you're not doing anything, but I'd wonder if that would be a part of it, too. Your thoughts on this?
Texting kills. And if you are, whether you're doing it hands-free or whether you're doing it with your hands, you're still not fully thinking about driving. So I think, yeah, it's a smart thing to have the gun to check it. But will it be 100% accurate? Don't know that.
Yeah, and maybe just having people know that there's a possibility of you getting caught with it, that might help deter it as well. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Florida State quarterback Jameis Winston is going to be riding the bench for the first half of his team's game Saturday against Clemson. The Heisman Trophy winner was suspended for shouting offensive and vulgar comments about women in the school's student union. Several students tweeted that Winston shouted a lewd comment, which we cannot say here, that may have derived from an internet meme. Florida State's interim president says that student athletes are the school's most visible ambassadors and must carry themselves with dignity and respect. Winston apologized for his actions during a midday press conference.
I just want to apologize to the university, to my coaches, and to my teammates. I'm not a me person, but in that situation, that was a selfish act, and that's not how you do things.
So we're asking our Google Plusers, did the school hand out the proper punishment, or is he being benched for the first half going overboard? Now, we've been talking a lot about football in general recently and the connection between certain cases and bad behavior. Do you think this is going too far? Do you think that they're a little bit more harsh on him because of what's been recently going on with the NFL? Or no, come to find out, this guy does have a bit of a reputation for starting up some stuff, right? Starting off first with Mike. Mike, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, he has had a troubled past with some issues, apparently some thefts, petty thefts, and then there's an allegation of sexual assault that he still might be facing that the university is investigating. But this is, you know, he screamed an internet meme. It may have been some sort of initiation. Suspension for half a game, I think, in this case is fine.
Steve, going too far, you think?
No, I don't think it's going too far. Actually, I think it's a step in the right direction to teach these football players in college, you know, that they're supposed to be professional and not be out there messing up. I think it's a good step. But I think that he should have lost the whole game.
Clarissa,
first half.
Clarissa, your thoughts on this one? Do you think that it's, you know, first of all, that it's just half the game? And then secondly, it's a derogative remark towards a female. Or, hey, we're putting a little bit too much pressure on these guys. If they want to run off their mouth, let them run off their mouth, for criminy sakes. They're in, you know, out in public doing what they want. Do you think that there needs to be a better balance between these two?
I think that it's a good message to send out, especially since there was a lot of punitive recourse with Ray Rice. So I think the NFL is looking at different recourse to take against objectification, harm to gender, race, anything that would seem derogatory and diminishing the brand that you're representing. You are representing the university, so you're not at will to just discuss whatever you'd like to discuss, because you are under a contract as an athlete representing the university, and you're doing egregious things. You're representing something very different because you're a role model. So I agree with this level of punishment. Absolutely.
All right, you've got the last word, and I want to say real quickly, Tony and Patty are there in our hangout as well, so thank you guys. Sorry I didn't get to you, but you're there. And I want to say real quickly, just thank you to everyone who's taking part in the show. We've got a big group of people here today. A lot of these faces you have seen time and time again because they always show up and participate in our hangouts. I so appreciate it. Without you guys, we wouldn't have the show and wouldn't have been what it was. And we're hoping that you will see their faces here soon, coming up as we're moving this portion of the show, at least, and a few others, to our new show on our sister station with it, which is Morning on Fox 11. That's the show on Fox 11, which is our sister station, from 7 to 9 in the morning. We hope to have hangouts there as well. So while you won't see them here in this time slot on this channel, you will be able to see them on Channel 11 on Mornings on Fox 11, starting up at 7 in the morning. Hopefully on Monday. Fingers crossed. You guys, thank you. You've been amazing. It's been a fun 2 years.
Indeed.
All right, stay with us. We're going to be right back with a look at our box office and what we can expect for this weekend.
I'm not a good person.
That's where we're going? Really? Oh my God!
I'm so glad everybody's here!
Yay! Oh, you guys.
Oh, please help.
We'll keep this
The hoop and stank never hurt anybody.
I know, right?
Okay, so Melissa, I got to tell you this part of the story real quick. It's like, all right, here's what happened. It's like, I completely forgot about my blood work today. It's like I forgot about that appointment until last night when I was going over my calendar and planning out my day. I saw it. So it's like you can't eat 12 hours before. My appointment is 11:45. At this point, it's 10:30 at night, and I'm like, I haven't eaten since like about noon. So I'm panicking at this point. I'm rushing out to it's like, I mean, I got no time to cook or anything, so fast food it is. Rush out to the Young Burger King, get back, sitting here cramming food into my mouth so I can have some sustenance for the next 12 hours or so. It's like I didn't even finish all of that. It's like I've still got leftovers from it in the fridge. It was just hilarious.
See, and that's the worst thing about the blood work is that's what I do too. I like get so freaked out about the blood work that I like literally before I think like I've never not been able to eat for 12 hours before. Like I'm gonna die in 12 hours if I don't have something to eat.
Exactly.
And I'm sure it totally screws my blood work because it's like this, 4,000 calorie meal right before.
Yeah, that's what happened to me last time. That's why I'm having blood work this time, because last time my first blood work, it's like I screwed up. And I kept eating because I was really nervous over it. So it was like my blood sugar was like really, really high. And so it's like now my doctor's pretty much convinced that I'm diabetic. So that's why he's ordering this one, just to make sure. I was like, yeah, this one I'm going to stall that out.
If you pass out here on the show, we'll call EMS for you, I promise.
And then that'll lead the 6 o'clock news.
Yep.
Yeah. Saved a life.
Won't that be funny?
Okay, what are those two up to together?
We have to separate you two.
Together all the time. So
Welcome back, everybody. It is Friday, which means Scotty McGillicuddy over here, also known as Scott Birmingham, he's our movie critic, is here to take a look at a movie and how the box office has been doing here recently. By the way, if you feel like you're going to be missing Scotty on Fridays because the News 4 Forum, don't worry, we're pulling him on over to the morning show.
Good.
Yeah, we're getting your butt up early.
Oh, exciting.
What are we looking at this week?
Well, let's quickly review the tops of the box office for the week. At number 1, No Good Deed, making $24 million. At number 2, Dolphin Tale 2. Our producer Brady sarcastically tweeted this last week. Now the laugh is on him. It made $15 million. At number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy, which dominated the number 1 spot on and off this summer, did $8 million. Today we're talking about the film ranked at number 6 at the box office, The Drop. Our main character, Bob, finds himself at the center of a robbery gone wrong and entwined in an investigation that digs deep into the neighborhood's past. The trailers make the film look a bit different than it actually plays out. It is more of a character study that paces itself a bit on the slow side. James Gandolfini, in his final role, plays the owner of the barn that is robbed. Tom Hardy plays a very complicated character in this story and might possibly get an Oscar nod next year for it. I'm giving this film 3 out of 4 clicks, as I wasn't really blown away by the ending of the film. I'd wait for Redbox or DirecTV on this one.
Saving us a little cash, waiting for it to come up for that $1 rental. All right, talking about DVDs DVDs for this weekend. What's being released? What can we grab and bring home with a pizza?
On the DVD front this week, we have the teen angst film The Fault in Our Stars, featuring Shailene Woodley. Godzilla, featuring a very brief appearance by the monster himself. And if you're a fan of Burt's Bees, you can take an insider's look at the man behind the lip balm in Burt's Buzz. If you don't mind seeing much of Godzilla, then check out the movie named for him. I'm going to see The Fault in Our Stars.
Me too. I want to see that so bad. Little
that
Kleenex.
Looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, loved it. Okay, and what are we going to be taking a look at next week on Mornings on Fox 11?
I know, it's going to be a whole new thing for me. Next week, we're going to check out Liam Neeson in A Walk Among the Tombstones.
All right, if we can get you awake. I'll bring you some extra
I know,
coffee.
really.
I got you, Scotty. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back with a look at your forecast. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Melissa, this is a beautiful look at your Friday. Best live look we've seen in some time. An update on that air quality trend.
It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle, it's got me feeling all right.
Our brain trying to deal with that.
How's Melissa going to mention coffee knowing dang well that I can't have any? That ain't right.
And you know what? You know what they're seeing at home? Black. No, I'm just
No.
kidding.
What happened to our intro?
That doesn't sound good.
It's all the smoke in the air. It's messing with everybody in the city, man. Everybody's sounding like that right now.
Secondhand forest fire smoke. That doesn't sound pleasant.
Yeah, not so much.
My niece in Oregon.
Like the air quality index yesterday was about 13 points away from being straight up hazardous.
Wow.
Don't prank the prankster.
My niece in Oregon is
Do
going through
not
the same
prank
thing.
the
She was
prankster.
complaining about
This
smoke and getting a
deal.
headache.
Yeah.
Come on, get that rump roast down.
And of course, she wanted to stop dancing.
Try to break your eardrums.
That'll fix ya.
Hey, Justin, I thought you left us. Justin, a bread.
This just in.
You still have Scotland.
The Scots decided to hang out.
Yeah.
They love you, man.
Let me show you real quick here. We have a graphic artist that does weird publicity stuff for the show here. So he just sent us. Whoops! I closed it off there. Oh, it's not going to work. There we go.
What? Show it again. Show it again. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Oh, that is so cute. I
You're
love
muted,
that.
Antonia.
Somebody pranked you, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah, you're muted, Antonia.
Hey, Amanda.
today,
I'm not a perfect person.
I am.
Now that song's gonna be in my head all day.
Stop it. We don't need another song in our
welcome
head.
back. Everybody, Alex Sachs joins us now with a look at our forecast for today. That out there.
You know what? We're seeing improvement, and that's how I say, it's been a sign that we've had a terrible week because we're actually celebrating unhealthy for sensitive groups type of air quality.
Well, isn't that perspective for you?
That is perspective. Glass half full on the forum on this final Friday. Let's go ahead and take a look at the picture of the day. This is a beautiful photo. This was sent into our Facebook page. If you want to check it out, it is the Karen B News 4 Facebook cover photo. Beautiful photo of a fiery sunset. This was taken in northern Nevada. Thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing this with us. If you ever have any beautiful photos you've snapped, we'd love to check them out. Go ahead and send them to Karen B News 4, that Facebook page. So here's a look at that air quality. It is in that unhealthy range for sensitive groups. So that's younger children, older adults, anyone with respiratory issues. That's the type of air quality we're looking at right now. That was as of 10 a.m. We'll get a new update here shortly. Have that for you on News 4 at noon. 69 degrees in Reno, 76 in Fallon, 75 in Tonopah. So we're a little bit closer to average for today. That was the case yesterday, as we did see a high of 83 degrees with a low of 61. So a little bit closer to average, but we're still seeing overnight lows that are very warm, and that's going to be the case the next couple of days through your weekend. We do have some thunderstorms making their way to northeastern Nevada today, but otherwise it should be dry for western Nevada. We won't see any chance for precipitation until we move into your weekend. But do expect some partly cloudy skies throughout the day today. You could see some blue skies out there as we kick out some of this haze. And some of certainly around Ely, Tonopah, those areas could see a lot of showers as we head through your Friday. As for your highs and lows, 81 and 46 for Elko, north winds up to 15 miles per hour. Over to the central part of our state, like around Round Mountain, you could see those thunderstorms today, 77 and 50, 84 the high for Fallon. Up at the lake, getting into the low 70s, 73 and 42 for South Lake Tahoe. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Haze and smoke, but from what I hear from reports from some viewers up at the lake, pretty blue skies for the most part up there. So that is good news. 83 and 49 for Carson City. Expect those north winds up to 10 miles per hour. We'll see winds up to 15 miles per hour, but those east winds coming in is what's going to help us dissipate some of this smoke. 82 and 52 for Spanish Springs. And then around Reno, we'll get close to that mid-80s range. 84 the high, 55 the low, 82 for Sun Valley, 81 for Mogul. So we are going to warm up a little bit over the weekend, getting back in those mid-80s. But one thing you're going to see is we do have those thunderstorms predicted for Sunday. But let's go ahead and talk about next week, since we're already rolling through the weekend. Next week, you can expect windy conditions come Wednesday, and then a big cold front coming in, dropping down to 73 degrees the high for Reno. We'll see that cold front in Carson City as well as South Lake Tahoe. But for the weekend, I think, guys, we're going to blow this smoke out of here for the most part, which I know is good news. Melissa?
All right, thank you so much, Alex. Coming up next, the new iOS 8 for Apple products was released Wednesday and already has a bug. Which app are we talking about? Stay with us.
I got one less problem without you.
I got one less problem.
One less problem without you. I got one less problem without you. I got one less problem without you.
What do you guys think?
It's like, and I was like that last one I just played. It's like I was jamming to that. That was
That's good, huh?
I was sitting there going, "Oh, Sookie now."
Yes, I try to keep myself from not dancing. Alex and I and Sam and I have been dancing to breaks. We're gonna get caught doing it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Like not it hasn't happened before.
I know, right? I know, right? And our viral video, you're not gonna see any of that,
No.
So I am hooked. I'm addicted to these things.
Oh my gosh, they are so good.
What is she addicted to?
Hey, real quick, Amanda.
Oh yes, they are.
Are we gonna run the full 45 right off the top from the video, or do you want me to say anything to lead into it? Yeah, you've got a script here, but because there's so much audio in it, I didn't want to cut away from. Okay.
Can you see it, Deanna?
What the blood is that?
It's a toenail.
Do you think that we could kill one of the text stories, maybe, and then I'll read the stuff that you had, and then we'll go into the video, just so we have more time to play with it? It's up to you.
Edamame. Is that how you pronounce it?
Okay.
Edamame?
Knowing you, probably not.
That's what it is.
Japanese.
Wait. Hold on. Let me click on it.
Soybean. So good.
Okay. So what are they like little? I have no idea what that is.
Soybean.
Seriously. Oh. Okay.
And they are so addictive.
They're so good. They're crunchy. They're salty. They're good for you.
Heart healthy too, which is why I'm like my new addiction.
Now, if you like them that much, they're not good for you. I'm sorry.
No, they're really good.
Check out the soy before you go saying they're good for you.
I'm pretty sure prime rib is good for me.
You're getting close to time off.
Welcome back. I'm turning now to your tech news. Apple says that its HealthKit apps will be delayed by a bug in its new mobile operating system, iOS 8. Apple says that it's quickly working to fix the problem and have HealthKit apps available by the end of the month. HealthKit allows apps that provide health and fitness services to share their data with the new health app and each other. Apple released the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus today. A lot of lines around there. The company said it received a record 4 million first-day pre-orders for the new phones, double the number of iPhone 5 and what it received. All right, school police departments across the country, we told you about this yesterday, have taken advantage of free military surplus gear, stocking up on grenade launchers and M16 rifles, but is it necessary? Mark Hyman takes a closer look at today's Behind the Headlines commentary.
This 1970 cover of Newsweek magazine summed up the mood of the nation after Ohio National Guardsmen shot and killed 4 during an anti-war demonstration at Kent State College. America vowed it would never again use excessive force in an academic setting. How have things changed since then? We've swapped 19 and 20-year-old college kids and National Guardsmen armed with M14 rifles for adolescent students and school police officers riding 14-ton MRAP armored vehicles. The San Diego School District has acquired a $750,000 MRAP, mine resistance ambush protected vehicle, for the Pentagon. So has the LA School District, except its MRAP has attached grenade launchers. There are other schools with these armored vehicles. The Dallas School District has the SWAT team. 99.9% of the time we're talking about children, teachers, and parents. Think campus cops wouldn't overreact? Cell phone video captured 3, count them 3, Houston school officers as they pinned down a 4-foot 10-inch, 70-pound 10th grader, jamming her face into the floor in order to seize her cell phone. 3 grown men, 1 tiny girl. You'd think officers assigned to a school would be properly trained to work with children, even unruly ones, rather than pummel them. Instead of expecting officers to peacefully defuse situations, some school districts are arming them with military-grade firepower. And it's wrong. To post us on Facebook or Twitter, go to BehindTheHeadlines.net. I'm Mark Hyman.
All right, coming up next today will be the last time the News 4 Forum airs on KRNV News 4. As a way to remember the show, we have a very special blooper reel for you.
Together let the sky fall when we come home.
Too bad the viewers couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Melissa should have done this while you're talking, and then like see who cracks.
She's
when we're doing the segment.
She's taking a risk there. Production could have taken that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, but it's like now Antonio and Patty are getting in on it too. Look at them. Just look at them.
See, that's what
I look good with the mustache. Yes, honey.
Y'all are having to.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are.
I look good with the mustache.
Y'all need Jesus. That's y'all's sign.
Oh.
Another thing I got addicted to.
Oh, now Alex has got it.
Somewhat.
Uh-oh.
We haven't done these in way too long.
I wish I could even get them to work on mine. They won't.
Yeah, I think it's effect.
Is this how this works?
Yeah, it senses you. So wherever you move, it moves. How about when we go? I'm gonna just say, go ahead, take a look at the video. That way, just stay on me until I go into it. Does that sound good? Maybe this one's better. Whoa, now you're a scuba diver from the 70s. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Like this every day.
Oh, okay, I'm going to take it out here. Control room. Oops.
I have so much lipstick on.
All right, Alex. Now, don't be surprised if pictures of this somehow magically appear. Like, almost as if somebody was taking screenshots of all of this or something like that. But that would never happen, I'm sure.
I'm sure nobody will download it and make another blooper thing out of it. That's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I mean, obviously, of course not. Who would do such a thing?
You always wondered, a lot of people at least, what goes on in the background. Some people who watch it online have been able to see what happens for us during our commercial breaks, but just to give you a very clear idea, this is what happened. My YouTube user and our very own Google Plus panelist, Glenn Woods from Bold Republic Radio, put this together. Take a look at our viral video.
Behind the weather forecast more often. That worked. Or cloudy. Nice.
I love you, Diana. Is that confusing? I just added confusion onto the confusion, but I took care of it. Don't you worry.
Pretty sure I could eat my weight in sushi right now if I felt like
Wait, somebody give me some peanut butter.
How do you find out that your pig can surf? That's what I want to know. How did that happen? All of a sudden, she dragged with her little mouth your surfboard over to the pool, dropped it in, and got on top. Thanks for the laughs, everybody. See you back here on Mornings on Fox 11.
What impresses me more than anything is the minute you go on air, all the angst turns into a really sunny TV smile.
That was the perfect way to end the night. A big round of applause for everybody. Two years. We've knocked it out of the park.
Champagne.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Oh my gosh.
Will we just get notices earlier in the morning or something like that? How's this going to work?
Yeah, I am going to, what I'm going to do is, are you guys still there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to turn off the toolbar here, but I've done this crazy thing now where, oh, here it is. How do I turn off that toolbar?
Again.
I forget.
Yeah, you got to go down to and then remove all effects. There you go.
Oh gosh, darn it.
No, you don't.
I keep the wrong here.
You got to open up Google Effects and then go down the bottom. It says remove all effects.
Yeah. I'm for some reason I keep. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is I have to talk to them and find out exactly if we've got it all set up and ready to go. But what I'm going to be doing is starting the Hangout at about 6:45-ish. I'm going to come down, get it started. They're still moving stuff around. They couldn't move anything until after this show today because of obviously this show's still going on. So after this, they're going to be moving everything over, and we'll have it get all set up and ready to go. And then I'll invite everybody in at 6:45. There's going to be 2 Google Plus hits. It'll be the first one, we think, at 7:30, and then again at 8:30. So that way you don't have to stick around for the full 2 hours, although you are more than welcome to. But if you can't stick around for the whole 2 hours, then you can just pop in at those 2 time slots if you want to. And it'll be the same kind of topics, we hope, fingers crossed, like we had before. We're doing a couple different things when it comes to. I wish I had an IFE for Amanda.
What up, Lehman?
So
Amanda
you'll be
can't
like,
hear you. Go ahead.
so you'll be like in the social media desk, like you and
Yes.
Bill have been talking back and forth on subjects, but it'll be the Google Plusers.
That's right. So instead of the me and Bill chat, it'll be us chat.
Ooh,
So just like we're doing on the show with the Hangouts, but on Fox 11.
And like
media
2:30 or something like that? How
What's
long?
that?
The length?
So we're hoping to get it to a 3-minute block, so we have a little bit more time. But I don't think Kelly's figured out the exact timing of it yet because we've added in a bunch of new things all at the same time, a lot more interviews and whatnot. So the time is really being pulled and pushed here. We're not exactly sure how it's going. But the end result, whether we get it on Monday or the end of this week or maybe next week, is to get a nice longer block with it.
Okay,
And it also depends on how many people show up, which is part of it too.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so you guys, I want to say thank you again for always coming in, always helping out, pinch hitting like nobody's business. I mean, you all sometimes help me out more than a lot of people here in that station because our hair is being pulled out, and Deano and Kempton and Just everybody's trying to like figure out Kim's like doing stuff, inviting people, and you guys have saved
I still
our
say
butts.
that my claim to fame is that I got people in this hangout while driving on the 405 freeway in Los Angeles on the way to Venice Beach. I am that good!
Good thing they didn't zap you with that new radar.
Because nobody was in, and we were like, please, and he's on the 405 inviting people and getting people into our show while behind the wheel. Yeah, so you guys, thank you so much.
We've been invaded by pirates.
We have, oh yeah, of course, these 2 rascals over here. Look at its bouncing.
Melissa, I think you're going to have to keep your eye out on them.
Yeah, see, baby, we need to separate those 2 is what it is. Patty and Antonia together. That does not sound like a good plan to me. The only thing worse than that is like, please don't tell me Amanda's on her way over there too, because it's like that's like just triple threat right there. Oh Lord.
So I'm going to get a I'm going to have everybody do a smile so we can have one final picture. Or not one final, but a picture that I can post and then say thanks to everybody. So I'm going to wait till Amanda gets in there.
Okay.
Tony, make sure that you're in the shot and that Patty's in the shot and Amanda's in the middle, because I can only see half of your face.
Yeah.
So get in a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you don't like the pirate,
Y'all get in real close.
get Amanda between you. Hey, Jay Bird, come here for a second, hon.
Shoot.
No, Patty. Closer to the middle.
No, you with me. Sit with me here.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me close this.
Hey, and Patty, I can't see you. You guys get closer together, you numbnuts.
Yeah, come on, get closer, get closer. There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Act like y'all
Hey,
like
Bird, are
me.
you getting in? Come on. Hurry. People are waiting. People are waiting. Come on. Jaybird, I didn't get Jaybird in from the backside here. Okay, look at the camera too. Come on.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, 1, 2. Thank you, buddy.
Silly. Oh my gosh, Antonia. I'm good at.
There we go.
I got a good one.
He's looking to be Ryan. Call back. Buddy, be here. Come in here.
He's going
All right,
into
you guys.
Back here.
I will see you guys next week. Monday, hopefully, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific. 7 to 9 a.m. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds great.
Oh my God, you guys are crazy.
I was like, I've got some really great shots of Antonio that I think she's going
It could be worth lots of money.
He has some
It
good
could be worth
like
lots of
this to capture. So,
you all know that these are Google Plusers, right? Taking these pictures. You should know better.
Y'all should not trust us at all. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all even doing all that madness in front of us.
The camera button. We should not have done this.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, bye, guys. See you next week. Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye, YouTubers.